Arecibo Observatory, Bearcoot Oil Rig, Biosphere 2, Bob Burnquist, Mega Ram Cathedral, Termite Mounds. My name is Michael Hearst, and I'm an author and musician. Most recently, I've written a series of books. The first one, Unusual Creatures, the second one, Extraordinary People, and this is my newest one, Curious Constructions. The book features 50 of what I think are some of the planet's most fascinating structures. And one of the main definitions I found for construction was something that is intentionally made and is typically larger in scale. Always been interested in architecture and structures, and it just seemed like it'd be a fun thing to research and put together and make a book out of. Everything from buildings to statues to tunnels underground. I even have a road in there, North Youngest Road, which is one of the most dangerous roads on the planet, which is a structure. And for this book, I was lucky to work with Matt Johnstone. He's British, and I came across his work on his website and was just fascinated by how detailed he could get, but still make these illustrations really fun and almost animated. I mean, you can see some of his illustrations are really fantastic. Like, I love this one of El Pulpo Mecánico, which is a sort of giant robot attraction that is at Burning Man every year. And one of the things that's great about Matt's illustrations is not only is he fantastic at capturing the constructions themselves, but they'll draw people in a way that works out really well. So it's like having a combination of someone who can do Saddam Hussein and the marsh Arab reed houses that he destroyed. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This is such a bizarre structure. This is the Ryugyong Hotel in North Korea. And I kind of stumbled on this one when I was researching like most ridiculous and failed architectural structures. This is a hotel in North Korea that they built, as far as I can tell, just as a piece of propaganda to prove that they have a hotel, although no one actually stays in it. Of course, being here in New York, there are several locations that I had to include. One of them is Grand Central Terminal. There are so many strange things to that building. I mean, it has layers and multiple floors, and there's a tennis court in there. Another location in New York that I wanted to include is the Coney Island parachute jump. I love Coney Island. I've always been fascinated by some of these old antiquated rides, and that one in particular has become a landmark for Brooklyn. And even though it's no longer a functional ride, it has kind of this amazing history, and people I think are confused by what it is. It's this red tower that branches out at the top. And originally it was used at the World's Fair, the 64-65 World's Fair in Flushing Meadows, Queens. And it was a ride there, and then after the World's Fair closed, they moved it to Coney Island. Paris has its Eiffel Tower, Pisa has its Leaning Tower, Brooklyn has its defunct parachute jump. Coney Island parachute jump, Desert Breath, Dire Tunnels, Eiffel Tower, El Popolo Mecánico, Finco Bella Vista, Gateway Arch, Grand Canyon, Skywalk. Originally built for the 1939 New York World's Fair in Flushing Meadows Park, Queens, this former amusement ride was relocated to Brooklyn's Coney Island in 1941, where it became part of Steeplechase Park. For a mere 40 cents, 25 cents for kids, you could sit in a canvas seat and get hoisted by a cable to the top of this 250-foot tower. The ride stayed active for 25 years until Steeplechase Park closed its gates in 1964. Although the rest of the park was demolished, it was decided that the open-frame steel structure of the parachute jump was too expensive to tear down, so it was simply left to rust. In 1989, the tower was granted landmark status by the city of New York, and soon thereafter received a new paint job and fancy blinking lights. These are constructions that I found curious. I hope you'll take a look. I hope this song didn't bore you, and I hope you'll buy the